job of the artillery, to get it where it's needed, when it's needed.
The Cold War was a time of frightening conflicts, from which history will always remember. But the Cold War unofficially started March 12, 1947, when Harry Truman appeared before Congress guaranteeing containment of communism.
Great Britain finds itself under the necessity of reducing or liquidating its commitments in several parts of the world, including Greece. As in the case of Greece, if Turkey is to have the assistance it needs, the United States must supply it. We are the only country able to provide that help.
From now on, it means that anti-communist America will make its influence felt in European affairs.
Directly after the speech, Truman signed into effect NC 67 to have unprecedented buildup of weapons. Propaganda like this spread through major news outlets like a disease. Out of the Cold War era, the AK-47 was born. Propaganda shown here inspired fear throughout the America and the citizens. Shown here, the AK-47 was responsible for over 50 million deaths.
Kalashnikov assault rifle, commonly referred to as the AK-47. This weapon was manufactured around the year 1947 in order to replace the Soviet SKS semi-automatic carbine.
Commonly still used in wars in Middle Eastern countries, the AK-47 is also used to test armored vehicles. As shown here, you can see the grade 5 armor stops all AK-47 bullets in their tracks, even as the CEO of the company sits inside the vehicle. But of all, the biggest production and product of the Cold War was the hydrogen bomb and the predecessor of the nuclear missiles. Both sides of the conflict had record acceleration in their nuclear programs. Mutually assured destruction were the three words that cycled through the media constantly. If you kill me, I kill you. The world was in the middle. Almost overnight, we saw the growth in nuclear programs. Nuclear testing increased by 59%. With JFK publicly announcing the invention of the hydrogen bomb, the USSR had to create their own. Subsequent testing released more radioactive waste in the atmosphere than 10 Hiroshimas combined. Life completely altered for Americans and Russians. They were afraid of nuclear war. As shown here, nuclear testing was high. Industries were created and built. Specifically, the photography industry advanced lightning fast, being able to capture these heart-wrenching moments on film.
Incredible power of this device in a new way. A technology that has changed human existence forever.
Shown here, these are tests made by the U.S. on its first 3 editions of the hydrogen bomb.
No less than the discovery of fire. The bomb marks a dividing line between all that came before and everything that follows.
Nuclear war.
This was their choice, to intimidate America, but only heighten the tensions between the two world powers. Shown here is a map of all targets possibly being able to be hit by the USSR and the fallout aftermath. Here we see the world in between Russia and the United States. But as we face the world today, I can only look up with positivity and hopes that the world will continue as strong as it was, and with new leaders put in place and the countries by our side and our fellow men, we will not return to the Cold War state from which we have come so far.